Grace and peace. Good morning to you. Well, for the next 10 minutes here on the East Coast. We are going to do our morning devotional. A little late, I know. I apologize for that. Fit it in when the schedule can permit. But guess what? It's morning time for my peeps out there on the West Coast and every time zone here on the East Coast. And for the next 10 minutes it is. When this gets posted, it'll be a little late, but guess what? You get a bonus. You get 2 devotionals in your afternoon, evening time. So here we go. So today we are going to be coming from the book of Ephesians, and it is going to be chapter 1, verse 11. All right, so I'm going to pull this up over here on the side so we can read this. Okay, so it says, who worketh all things after the counsel of his own will. And that's the portion of scripture that's used for the devotional today. Again, if I didn't mention it, today is August 2nd, 2022. Ephesians 1 and 11. And so I'm going to look here and read from the ESV. It says, in him we have obtained an inheritance, having been predestined according to the purpose of him who works all things according to the counsel of his will. So it is all about God's will. Okay, God's will is what will dictate and what will be. Okay, and it's already been predestined. It's already being written. He's not writing it as it goes along. He's not, calling an audible on things. He's not, being surprised by anything, because God is sovereign. Okay, now the beautiful thing about this is what I would implore and encourage everyone to do is go and read chapter 1 of Ephesians and read verses 1 through 14, okay? Because it is a beautifully written piece of scripture, and it will absolutely encourage and bless you indeed. So I would highly encourage you to go read that. I really want to talk about the first part of verse 11. In him we have obtained an inheritance, having been predestined according to the purpose of him who works in all things according to the counsel of his will. So let's read the devotional here. Our belief in God's wisdom supposes and necessitates that he has settled purpose and plan in the work of salvation. Okay? What would creation have been without his design? Is there a fish in the sea or a fowl, bird in the air, which was left to chance for its formation? No. In every bone, joint, muscle, gland, blood vessel, you mark the presence of a God working everything according to the design of infinite wisdom. Okay, so God has made all things. He has designed all things. And shall God be present in creation, ruling over all and not in grace? That's a good question. Okay, so God's present in creation, ruling over everything, and not in grace. Does that make sense? So that's something to ponder and think about. The answer is easy, but just still something to think about and to really kind of reflect on. Shall the new creation have the fickle genius of free will to preside over it when divine counsel rules the old creation? Look at providence. Okay, take thought for. Okay, that's where the word providence comes from. It comes Latin, okay, providentia, and it means to take thought for. All right, look ahead. Who knoweth not that not a sparrow falleth to the ground without your Father? Even the hairs on your head are all numbered. He knows where they're at, though. God weighs the mountains of our grief in scales and the hills of our tribulation in balances. And shall there be a God in providence and not in grace? Again, good question to think about, something to reflect on. Shall the shell be ordained by wisdom and the kernel be left to blind chance? No. He knows the end from the beginning. He sees in its appointed place, not merely the cornerstone which he has laid in fair colors in the blood of his dear Son, but he beholds in their ordained position each of the chosen stones taken out of the quarry of nature and polished by his grace. He sees the whole from corner to cornice, from base to roof, from foundation to pinnacle. He hath in his mind a clear knowledge of every stone which shall be laid in its prepared space, and how vast the edifice shall be. And when the top stone shall be brought forth with shouting of grace, grace unto it. And the last, it shall be clearly seen that in every chosen vessel of mercy, Jehovah did as he willed with his own, and that in every part of the work of grace, he accomplished his purpose and glorified his own name. It is God's purpose. It is for his glory. So, in all that we are doing, in all that takes place in our lives, at the end of the day, we need to remember that it is for his purpose, okay, and for his glory. Okay? As we mentioned yesterday, for those of you who tuned in and saw it or not, God is sovereign. God is absolutely sovereign. So there is nothing too small, nothing too big, no detail too small or left not touched by him and his orchestrating and creating all things. So with that, I pray that this blessed you on today. I pray that it encouraged you. For my East Coast peeps, I apologize for it being right around noon when I'm getting this out for the morning devotional. I'm going to try to work on getting a better time and get it in the morning. Just trying to get a proper setup for it and to where I'm not disturbing anyone and things like that. So, that being said, that is our devotion for the morning of August 2nd. Lord willing, we'll be back this afternoon, this evening for the evening portion. And be on the lookout for some other videos as they will be coming. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Please feel free to share the channel, share other videos, as I would love to get this out for others to be able to be blessed by it. And finally, again, this is being, we're utilizing the devotional morning and evening written by Charles Haddon Spurgeon, revised by Alistair Begg, and you can get it on Amazon in either the hard copy or on Kindle. All right, so have a great, wonderful, blessed day. See you later on this evening. And until then, God bless.